Hello there. My name is Moira, my co-host Corey. We are The Real Guys, and this is The Real Show with 2 E's. Hi, my name Murray. As always, I'm accompanied by my co-host Corey. How are you doing today, Corey?
Very nice. There you go.
Expecting that. You can watch us on YouTube on The Real Show YouTube channel. You can listen to us on Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Anywhere you get your podcasts, You can listen to us. We'll be there. And you can interact with us on Twitter at The Real Show FM. Very nice. Great success. We're going to throw out all the quotes in the first 5 minutes.
This is going to be a whole 45 minutes of just Borat
Exactly.
accent.
We're reviewing Borat, Cultural Learning of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, which couldn't be the best film to review at this time, Corey, because we're hoping we've got the maths right on this, and this is our 130th episode of The Real Show.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Correct.
I'm very happy. Over a course of 2 years.
Yep.
Or a year and a bit, I think.
It's 2 years. It'll be 3 years in October.
3 years in October. Our 3-year career over the radio and the YouTubes, it's been absolutely fantastic. It's such a ride. Such a wonderful ride. And I'm really glad that I'm here with you, Corey.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
And we're going to celebrate that journey, not with the greatest journeyman, Borat Sogadiev himself.
Correct.
We've both rewatched Borat. I don't know how many times I've seen it.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And we're going to view this 2006 wonderful dark comedy, this wonderful mockumentary by Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yep.
Telling the story of Borat, a great Kazakhstani journalist who travels to the United States to make a documentary and features real-life interactions with Americans.
Correct.
Amazing.
Yes.
Most of it's unscripted. Vignettes of Borat walking around, interviewing and interacting with Americans who believe he is an actual a foreigner with little or no understanding of American customs. And it's the second of 4 films built around Sacha Baron Cohen's characters from the Ali G show.
Yeah.
First is Borat, then was Bruno, and then of course Ali G himself. And in Borat, we're going to get a sequel with Borat's subsequent movie film.
Correct.
Which we also reviewed.
We did about 2 years ago.
But we never reviewed the first one.
No, we didn't.
So now we're going to come back and we're going to review the first one. It starts off with... You're into it immediately.
Yeah, you are.
Hi, my name's Borat.
You're right in Kazakhstan.
In my town of Kusik, Kazakhstan. It drops you in there immediately.
Yeah.
And it's just such a whirlwind ride.
Yeah.
This film is kind of like... I liken it a bit to... Now stay with me.
Okay.
A bit to Napoleon Dynamite. Right? Where that was very divisive when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
People that liked the tone, people that hated the tone. This is the same thing. People like it, people hate it.
Yep.
People like Borat, people don't like Borat. We like Borat.
Correct.
Yeah, we do. But he's a friend of the show. Don't say he's a friend of the show. He was on our poster for a long time. He was kept as like a character that we always bring up, and the impressions are always frequent of Borat here. So Borat's just been an icon for us.
Correct.
He's been an icon for us throughout the years. And we're happy to feature his film here.
Yes, we are indeed.
Take us into a bit of Borat, Corey.
A little bit of Borat. That was meant to be an accent. It kind of went there.
A bit of Borat.
At the end of it. I mean, where'd you start with Borat?
I feel like American movie star, Dirty Harold. Go ahead. Make my day.
I'm literally, essentially, probably doing the same thing you're doing, which is I'm just scrolling through.
We have a lot of Borat quotes.
Scrolling through quotes and making notes of ones that I can say and ones that I can't say. But no, I mean, it's Borat. Where'd you start? It's the thing is though. So we reviewed Grimsby a few weeks back now when this comes out. And we said in Grimsby, I said in Grimsby, but one thing about Grimsby is you can't remember any quotes. We can't quote anything. Even now, I can barely remember what happens in that movie.
Yes.
Borat, however,
is not like that.
No, it's just like little. The thing with Borat is you rewatch it and you go, I forgot about this bit.
It's almost like I was going to say this.
Forgot about that bit.
Exactly. It's almost like there's no plot.
No,
I know that's funny because there is a plot.
Loads of little skits,
loads
almost.
Of little skits and sketches of them going and meeting different people and doing different things. But it feels like it's more recognisable than Grimsby, which tries to have a plot and fails.
Yeah.
And with Grimsby, there is no discernible, apart from one bit, which I can't talk about on the radio, but it's only for its vulgarity that I remember it. But for Borat, I remember like 95 to 99% of Borat, I was like, oh yeah, this bit, this bit, this bit. It was like, I remember even down to the end, I was like, yeah, the whole time. But it was like, it was so fun and so good as well to watch and just see Sacha Baron Cohen such at light with playing this, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's just constant, just skit after skit after skit.
This is my mother. She's the oldest woman in village. She's 43.
But no, it's.
Yeah.
So I'm just
even how we speak. I'm
just going through quotes, and I'm like.
Even when he sat down with that dialogue instructor, trying to make how to say a not joke.
Yeah.
And he goes, "This suit is black. No, this suit is not black."
Yeah. He's like, no, the suit is black.
It's just
not.
You've got to leave a pause.
The suit is black. Pause, not.
Not. And even when the pause is not speaking. Yeah. He goes, "This suit is black." And then the guy goes, "Yeah," but then he goes, "Not."
It does get it right in the end.
Yeah.
It does get it right in the end.
Oh.
Because about near the end of the film, he's like, "Pamela, I am no longer attracted to you." Not.
Pamela.
Oh, what a film. This is literally going to be about another 40 minutes of us just doing quotes.
So when he's going with the driving instructor, he's like, I like you, do you like me? And he's like, of course I like you. He goes, "You are my friend."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, you're a nice man. I'll be your friend." He goes, "Will you be my boyfriend?" The guy goes, "No, I won't be your boyfriend." And he goes, "Why not?" And then the guy goes, all right, yes, I'll be your boyfriend. Yeah, okay.
That is a guy that just doesn't know what to do.
No, exactly. And you know what? I respect it though. I respect people who like almost go along with it in a way where they're not trying to outdo it, but they're trying to like go along with it in a way that can set up that next line from Borat where it like hits the beats.
Yeah. It's such a.
And there's visual stuff as well. He goes to the hotel room, and there's a chair in there. And he sits down in the chair. He goes, king in the castle, I have a chair." He goes, "Oh, go do this. When he changes his accent voice like that, when he does his wife impression, it's like amazing. And then he goes from like thinking he has this chair to being this all powerful guy. Like, I have a chair. "Oh, go do this. And then he sticks his face in the toilet bowl.
Yes.
And then he flashes his face with toilet water and then he goes to leave. It's fantastic. It's incredible. I will try to say this will not be 45 minutes of us saying how good Borat is, but it might be.
Yeah.
Just give us something you like about Borat, Gory.
Something like about Borat.
Well, what we what? Got me that had to be. Well, what we what?
Got any more in you?
Maybe in a bit.
My wife is dead.
My wife. High five. We should have various high fives throughout this.
Just sporadically say something. And just say something normal and then just immediately click into Borat accent of high
five. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's funny because he gets the letter, he reads his wife's been killed by a bear or something. He reads it and he asks the guy who gives him the letter, "So this means my wife is dead?" And the guy goes, and he waits like, "High five."
The guy's like, "Yeah, I know what you mean."
Yeah. Oh.
Jeez. Yeah. We will run out of quotes eventually.
Yeah.
Because half of them we can't say.
He goes into the store and he goes, "What is the question?" Asks what things are. Even such things. He goes to a turtle. He goes, "What kind of dog is this?"
So that's a turtle.
He goes, "What is this?" And the store clerk goes, "That's cheese."
Yeah.
He goes, "And what is this?" He goes, "That's cheese." And Borat goes, "And what is this? Rice?" And he goes, "That's cheese as well." And he goes, "That's cheese." He says, "This is all cheese here." And then Borat goes, "But this says crackers. It's not cheese." And then Stockholm goes, "No, crackers is the brand. That's cheese."
There's so much from this film.
And when he goes up to people in the street, who might just be random people.
Yeah.
Well, I assume it's just random people. And he goes, "Hello, my name's Borat. I'm new in town. I say hello." And the guy goes, he's clearly angry.
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't touch me. Don't get near my face." He goes, "I kiss you." It's just a kiss hand of men, which is great. Which is wonderful.
Yeah. Can't do that.
No, can't kiss. He can't kiss a man. He's like, you know what, Borat? He's confident in himself.
He is.
And I appreciate that. He wants people to be his boyfriend. He wants to kiss some men. He wants to kiss some women. It's just equal opportunity. You know,
Yeah.
that's all right.
That is true.
He
true.
loves Pamela. He wants.
He does.
He gets to his hotel.
He's gonna shove her in
He
a
thinks
bin
the
bag.
lift is the hotel room. He thinks the lift is the hotel room, which is great. He goes to the hotel room. The clerk, the hotel clerk, brings him into the lift.
Yeah.
He's going up the lift, and Borat goes. He starts getting his stuff out.
Yeah, he does.
And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Room is." What does he say? Does he say room is not small? Room is small or something. Or not small enough? He says he's no problem with the room. He says like it's small or something.
Yeah.
If I when he goes into the hotel, would be nice. And he goes to the hotel. He says it's the small, and he goes, "No, this is the lift."
Yeah.
He goes, "This is the lift that takes you to where your room is." And he goes up the lift, and he gets into the hotel room. And then after he sits on the chair and puts his face in the toilet, he decides to watch some television.
Yep.
And he finds an episode of Baywatch.
Correct.
And he likes Pamela Anderson. And he wants to find Pamela.
Yes.
Or CJ. He calls her CJ because that's the character's name. And then when he goes to meet the feminists at the feminist rally, he thinks one of them's a man.
Yep.
Which is funny. He goes, "I do not understand what this old man is talking to me." Which is great.
Yes, it is.
What does he say about the lift?
I'm trying to get the quote up. At one point, he goes, "This is not my room?" ? And then this is the elevator.
Oh.
I'm trying to find the whole. It's not on IMDb for some reason.
Go on YouTube. You can just.
Right. Can I mute the? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Have we got captions? Oh, guys, do I trust automatic closed captions to
For Borat?
to do Borat's accent?
Do I trust automatic closed captioning to do Borat's
So
voice?
that's the guy. Yeah. Okay, do I pay for one night fine? How much? Okay, yep. Skip forward. Where's the lift?
My name is Borat. I come from Kazakhstan. I say first, we support your war on terror. May we show our support for our boys in Iraq. May US and they kill every terrorist. May George Bush drink of the blood of every single man, woman, and child of Iraq. And the crowd cheer. And the crowd cheer. It's more. This is like watching. I don't want to say it's a hit piece on America, but it's like saying Americans. It's kind of like a critique of the sort of the sort of US and a greatest country in the world kind of way of thinking. Because he goes to I was going to ask you about the church bit. I'll save it for a minute.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you about what you thought about the church bit, but let's recount just a bit of the story while we're here.
Yes, the story. That's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. I'm here for the plot, Corey.
Yep.
Don't know about you. I'm here for the plot.
What happens to Borat?
Borat leaves Kazakhstan.
He does.
With his producer Azmat.
Yep.
And a chicken.
Yes.
He goes to New York City and sees some Baywatch, and he loves Pamela Anderson.
He does.
He decides to go to California where she lives.
Correct.
But then he's told by telegram that his wife Oksana is killed by a bear.
Mm-hmm.
High five! Then he decides to go to California, but he doesn't want to fly because of his fear of 9/11. Then he takes a driving lesson instead and buys an ice cream truck with $700. During his trip, he gets a Baywatch booklet and gathers footage for his documentary.
Correct.
He goes to a pride parade
Yep.
where he meets various politicians, and then he goes to meet some people, and he goes on local news weather and disrupts an actual weather report.
He does.
He goes to a rodeo, and he excites the crowd by saying repeatedly more horrible things about the Iraq War. and then he sings the Kazakhstan national anthem to the tune of the American national anthem and receives booing, strong negative reaction. He goes to Atlanta, Georgia, where he finds the hotel, but he's kicked out because he's trying his new vernacular, and it's not really working.
No.
But then he goes to a bed and breakfast, but he's shocked when this hosts are Jewish, and Borat has an aversion to people who are Jewish, and he decides to escape out the window.
Yes.
Then he wants to buy a handgun to defend himself, but he's not an American citizen, so he can't buy one.
Nope.
So he instead decides to buy a bear.
Yes.
Which he can be able to do with the money that he has.
Yes.
Then a Southern etiquette coach starts to teach Borat about how to eat fancy at a private dinner. He thinks someone's retired.
Yep.
During the dinner, he offends to the guests, but he decides to bring in someone who isn't really welcome there, and then they both get kicked out.
Correct.
He wants a relationship with this person, but he's decided he loves Pamela.
Yes.
He must go to see Pamela.
He
visits an antique shop, which is an amazing skit. I still think of it now. He's just knocking over everything.
Yeah.
My favorite bit is when he's trying to pick up the vase pieces, and his foot goes back, and he goes into more plates and knocks more plates over behind him.
Yeah.
And he breaks various Confederate heritage items, which is just fantastic. At a hotel, he fights with his producer, who he kicks out.
Yes.
He leaves after they run into a packed ballroom completely naked. Azmat abandons Borat, taking his passport and all his money, and even the bear.
Yes.
Borat's running out of fuel. He has to hitchhike with some frat bros from the University of Southern California.
Exactly.
And then on learning for the trip, they show him something that Borat shocks him.
Yep.
Shocks him. He's despondent. He burns the Baywatch booklet.
Yep.
And by mistake, his return ticket to Kazakhstan, so he can't go back. He goes to a camp. He goes to a couple of more political stuff. He goes to the Republican U.S. Representative Chip Pickering and a Mississippi Supreme Court Chief Justice James W. Smith Jr. apparently present. Then he goes to undergo a religious conversion to Christianity.
Correct.
By his friend Mr. Jesus. Mr. Jesus told me I must go to California. I forgive Azamat and Pamela. What do you think of the religious conversion scene, Corey?
It's
the mega churches, the American mega church, where everyone stands up and goes, "Oh!"
It's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. It's weird, but obviously, right here, put it this way. Obviously, we're in the UK.
Okay.
We're in England. Our churches are. We sing choir. Have you ever been to like a Sunday service randomly?
No, I've never been to a church service.
I've
been to a wedding. Does that count?
Do you
sing church?
Do you sing Hosanna at the wedding?
No.
Did you do any like?
We sing hymns.
Give me oil in my lamp.
No, I've been to a funeral in churches. We do sing there.
Well, in the UK, it's essentially.
But I've never been to a Sunday service. I was apparently baptised, even though I don't believe that I was. I was apparently baptised, but I've never attended a church service ever.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't really want to attend a church service either. But
but for us, we sit, we do. You do a nice choir, and you have a guy, or a guy or woman talking to you about whatever's going on. In America, it obviously again not been to America, does seem to be a lot of like gospel.
Yes,
a lot of like singing gospel, and waving your hands and that kind of thing.
Do you believe in the Lord?
Yeah.
Do you believe in the fire of the Lord? You say it in your chest. You believe the Lord. That kind of thing.
I'm just interested in how they convince one of them to film, and also like, can we come in here with a camera, please?
Well, I think he just kind of goes in there with a camera.
Possibly. We just don't want to stop him.
Yeah, I don't want to stop him. Or like they hide it very well, perhaps.
Yeah. Possibly.
When everyone's got their hands on him and it's like, you will be forgiven by the Lord, forgive us. And Borat buying into it.
Yeah.
I thought initially he'd be kind of very, because he's got a lot of anti-Semitism and he's sexist and anti-zygotism and all that kind of thing. Borat's very, but for all of that, he does seem to buy into the religious stuff. Which is funny, because I guess maybe Kazakhstan's a religious nation, so he buys into that.
Yeah.
But he believes himself converted, and he wants to go and forgive Amazat and Pamela, And then he goes to Los Angeles, goes to LA, and he finds Azmat dressed as Oliver Hardy in the street. And they reconcile, and then Azmat tells Borat, where's Pamela Anderson?
Correct.
She's at a mega store. She's doing a book signing. So Borat goes with his... He says he's going to marry her.
Yeah, he's got a wedding sack.
A wedding sack, yes. Yeah. Kazakhstan tradition.
Yes.
He brings his traditional marriage sack.
And
Borat...
I've got the quote up in front of me.
Okay, go ahead. Give me your best.
He goes, Pamela, will you marry me? And she goes, no thanks, I'm sorry. To who replies, agreement not necessary, and just puts her in a sack.
Agreement not necessary. And then
to witness that.
Did she know? She didn't know.
I don't know.
I don't think she knew.
But that's risky.
That is risky.
That's very risky. Yeah. Because also, one, the security. And
you might have guns or
that's very risky.
Weapons or any kind of,
I've got a thing. I don't know if she did or not. Did Pamela Anderson know Borat?
Okay.
Revealed a controversial kidnapping scene. I don't think she knew.
Okay.
Oh no, it was staged. There we go.
It was staged.
Cohen finally acknowledged that, unlike several other shocking moments in the film, this particular set piece was staged.
Oh, okay.
We did the scene twice, actually. The first time we did it at a book signing, grabbed her over my shoulder, ran out of her, and no one did anything. I was like, what kind of fans are these? So we did it again.
Oh.
Second take drew more of a reaction, but Anderson was accidentally injured in the ensuing struggle.
Oh.
Losing a bone in her jaw as a result of fans trying to stop Borat from kidnapping her.
Oh, okay. Great. That's a great line.
And then Kid Rock got angry.
Of course he does.
Yes.
Security guards intervene. He's dragged off, and then they bring American customs back to their village of Kusik.
Could you imagine being at that first signing, seeing a guy come up, put a woman in a sack, and everyone's just stood there watching this woman being like...
He was dressed like Borat, with a big curly hair and a big mustache.
I know he said his note. There must have been some reaction, unless maybe they're expecting security to do, so you just kind of stood there like...
In a big beige suit and a beige tie, and a big beige boxy suit.
Yeah.
Goes up to her with a big... like what looks like, I don't know, a cape or a sheet or something. Yeah. Says stuff to her, puts it over her, grabs her and just runs off. That's crazy. But he brings American customs and traditions back to Kusik. He brings Christianity and begins to convert people, which does include crucifixion. And then he begins to induce computer-based technology such as iPods, laptop computers, and high-definition television. Yep. Amazing. He says that his neighbour gets an iPod Mini, which isn't as good as the iPod.
Nope.
So it's still great success. I get his step, he gets his step. I get the window with a glass, he gets a window with a glass. I get a clock radio, he can't afford. Great success. You could really apply. You could apply the Borat phrases to any walk of life, Corey. You could apply Borat to any walk of your life.
There's also the part, again, just going back for the quotes, there's also the part right back in the church scene where he's like, does Jesus love my neighbour Nusratan to like me? And the pastor goes, yes, Jesus loves everyone. He goes, no one likes my neighbour Nusratan to like me.
No one likes my neighbour. Except for Borat, Azmat, Lunel, and Pamela Anderson,
correct.
None of the characters are played by actors.
No.
Which is fantastic.
Correct.
Most of the scenes were unscripted. In most cases, the film participants were given no warning of what they would be taking part in, except for maybe asked to sign release forms. We can take legal action against the film's producers.
Because behind the scenes, quick thing how this works, anyone on film, you essentially have to get a signing, that you have to get them to sign a thing to say, we can use your face so you can't sue us. That must have been a really awkward, we've just done this thing and, potentially embarrassed you. Can you sign this, please?
Or decided to embarrass you on purpose.
Yeah, so can you sign this, please, so we can put you in the film? I wonder if they ever did stuff that didn't make it. Because, people just didn't do release forms or, I wonder if there must be loads of stuff like that.
An interview with Sacha Baron Cohen by Rolling Stones indicated that more than 400 hours of footage have been shot for the film.
Yeah, that's a lot.
We need a 400-hour cut of Borat. 400-hour cut of just Borat walking around and talking to people.
Yeah.
And interacting with people. be amazing. It'd be like, the Kazakhstan depicted in this film has little or no relationship with the actual country, and the producers explicitly denied attempting to convey the actual beliefs, practices, or behaviour of anyone associated with Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
And all the persons of fictitious disclaimer. The scenes showing Borat's home village in Kusik were filmed in the Romanian village of Gold, which is prime. The name of Borat's neighbour is a cross between the president Nursultan Nazarbayev and opposition politician Zamatartan Tukabay. I'm not going to try and butcher that. Borat speaks Hebrew.
Great.
Which is what Sacha Baron Cohen speaks, but he kind of masks it as Kazakh. Apparently what he's actually saying is actually quite funny, but he's not actually saying the words that are subtitled.
Yeah. Have you also, this is completely random, random side note that I thought I'd mention. So let's see if I can find this. There was it wasn't the Olympics, but it was some kind of plays.
And Azmat speaks Armenian and not Hebrew.
There we go. So what was this at? So there was some kind of so there's a Kazakhstanian shooting team.
Yes.
At some kind of games or something like that. Yeah. And they won a gold medal. Got on a podium. Now, usually, whenever a team at a sporting event wins a gold medal, they play the national anthem. Now, I don't know if it happens often for Kazakhstan.
Yes.
But they get gold. But apparently on this occasion, when they set up for the Kazakhstani national anthem, the Borat theme played instead.
Okay.
Because they got, I guess, mixed up and typed YouTube, or searched up Kazakhstan anthem, and I guess just the Borat one came up.
Borat one, yeah.
And they thought that was
but not great.
Actual anthem.
Okay.
But I believe the person who won gold took it well.
Okay,
and thought it was funny hearing Kazakhstan is the greatest country.
Kazakhstan, the greatest country. Exactly. I love Kazakhstan.
And then they did start it again and played the actual anthem.
Okay, excellent.
Just thought I'd put it there. It's on YouTube as well.
Borat was great. Everyone can watch it for themselves. Borat was previewed at the 2006 Comic-Con in San Diego, SDCC, as it's called, on 21st of July, 2006. Its first screening to a paying audience was the Traverse City Film Festival, where it won Excellence in Filmmaking Award, which sounds like an award that Borat would make up. Excellence in Filmmaking Award, high five, a great success, Excellence in Filmmaking. The film's official debut was in Toronto on 7th of September 2006 at the Ryerson Theatre at the Toronto International Film Festival.
Yep.
Sacha Baron Cohen arrived in character as Borat, of course.
Yep.
In a cart pulled by women dressed as peasants, which is fantastic, as you know.
Fits the theme.
If any time Sacha Baron Cohen can be in character, is a good time in real life.
Yeah.
You know, when he's going around the car lot, going, "What car is this?" As a good, the guy goes, "A Hummer." And he wants a specific type of magnet on the car. It's just fantastic. It's the interaction of the regular people.
I'm just going to turn the screen just in case any stuff. I'm searching up more Borat stuff, and just in case anything comes up, like for example Borat and a mankini. I'm just going to turn the screen.
The signature Sacha Baron Cohen mankini. What was that? Was that Bruno as well?
Possibly.
I think so.
He also had it in the second film.
Would you like to know the budget for this film? And its box office take?
I can't imagine it'd be high.
Right, the budget was 18 million.
Okay, that's higher than I thought.
High.
Yeah, it's not that high for film.
What was the box office take, Corey?
30.
30 million?
Yeah.
A little bit under.
Okay.
262.6 million.
Jesus.
Which made its money back.
Yep. You can make 10 Borats for that.
You can make 10 Borats. Borat 10.
Borat 10.
Oh, Borat goes to space.
So subsequent.
10 subsequents.
Yeah.
Octo is 8.
The return to... I forgot remember what the second one's called. Return to America or something. I can't remember what it is.
Because the joke is to take Borat, who's a very, country guy in Kazakhstan, and just put him in a big urban city and have him go around and interact with people. That's the fun of it, you know. In the United Kingdom, Borat opened at number 1 with opening weekend gross, and it was the 43rd best opening weekend earnings in UK as of March 2007. Since its release, Borat has grossed over $260 million worldwide, which is, I can say, a great success.
Yeah.
The cinema average was estimated for 31,000, which isn't that bad.
That's all right.
So in American audiences embraced the film, which played to sold-out crowds at many showings on its opening, despite having only been shown in 837 screens across the country. So that's not, yeah, you know, for under 900 screens across the country, that's pretty good showings.
I mean, Borat's also one of those films where it could have done awful at the box office.
Yeah, good point.
But it doesn't matter because everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it. Everyone's quoted it.
Borat's kind of outgrown almost.
Yeah.
All the others. I feel like Ali G was like in the early 2000s and whatnot, whereas Borat is kind of for today. I'd say Borat is kind of the Eastern European character who can be thrown into these kind of crazy situations in America and still come out with a laugh, and that's great. I feel like that's what we need. Yeah. So I say bring on more Borat. Bring on more Borat as soon as we can do it.
Don't know if we'll get more Borat.
Maybe not. But I'm happy with the Borat that we have.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the Borat that we have at the minute.
Yeah, you've got one really good film.
And as usual,
second one's pretty decent as well.
Yep, as usual, it was denounced by the government of Kazakhstan and banned in almost all Arab countries.
Yeah, of course.
So that really gets the message home, doesn't it? That really gets the message home. Not only is it a critique of America and American style, but also of the Eastern Europe as well, and the countries that have portray that kind of thing. But no, I like the kind of jabs at American culture with the Russian with the whole conversion thing and their views on politics and religion and money and stuff. And I think it's really for the film that it is, which it's not even long. It's like what 1 hour 20, 1 hour 15. Yeah. It's not long at all.
No, it's not. It's what's the runtime here? Runtime
84 minutes.
There we go.
So just over an hour.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad at all, really. It's quite good. Shall we drop a real rating?
We can do.
We can drop a... How are we for time? Pretty good for time?
Yeah, we're good for time.
Good for time.
Good for time.
We'll drop a real rating.
Shall we drop a real rating?
And then we can drop a weekly rec from me.
It's yours. It is yours. I think for me, this film is solid. I can't remember what I gave the second one. I'm not going back to look at it. That's about 250 years ago. So I don't know if I'm going to end up giving the second one more.
Right.
I'm somewhere in the realm of like a 7, 7.5. Maybe probably about 7.5.
Okay.
Possibly an 8 at a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'd lean about 7.5.
Obviously we can't give it a 10 because we're reviewing it now. But I think I was going to stretching around an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
Your rating was?
I'll go 8.
8.
I'll bump it up.
I'll give it a 7.5 then.
Okay.
I'll give it 7.5. Actually, no, I'll be strong. I'll give it an 8 too.
Okay.
Both give it an 8.
There we go.
Borat, I'll give it its full title. Do you want the voice?
Go on.
Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan. Yes, and 8 reels from the real show. Corey, you're tall man. Tall man can see you got no hair.
Great.
Sorry, that's me just insulting you at this point. I'll try and insult myself.
You're going back to the Kermit thing now.
Going back to Kermit. Hello. Hello, Kermit. I'm going to knock at door. It's me, Borat.
Coming to knock at door.
Borat Sugadev. I come to make cultural learnings for Muppets for make benefit glorious nation of Kazakhstan. No Muppet, are you puppet or a Muppet? I put my hand up your rear. I can make you talk. Go do this. Go do this. Talk in the back. Stick my hand up there. You know what? Maybe we need Borat to interact with some puppets. Borat's on the Muppet Show. You know, these get guests on the Muppet Show like Mark Hamill and stuff. Get Borat.
Can't imagine Borat. Sesame Street.
Borat on Sesame Street. No, don't.
It's like Elmo.
Too much.
Elmo's like, oh, who's at my door?
Elmo. He's fucking Elmo.
Swedish chef. I'm trying to think of more Sesame Street characters.
Yeah, he basically is Borat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Swedish chef basically is Borat as far as whoa wee wah. How far is whoa wee wah from what the noises that Swedish chef makes?
In all fairness, they could do that. Borat could be learning. He could learn to count.
You could learn to count with count. That's right.
To make some food with Swedish chef.
Well, it's Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
I think Borat would get on swimmingly with Cookie Monster.
Probably would, actually, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Borat would like a cookie, so I think Borat would get on well with Cookie Monster. The Weekly Rec.
Correct.
For this week.
Yeah.
You might like Borat. You might like Azmat Bagatov.
Okay.
His producer, who's played by Ken Davitan.
Okay.
And Ken Davitan
has been
in. Not only was he in Borat, he was also in Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Now I've recommended Cobra Kai before. I think I recommended the full season or something like that.
Probably, I can't remember.
I'm going to recommend one of the 3 episodes which he shows up in.
Okay.
He plays the owner of this not like retail park. What do the Americans call it? It's like a place where there's loads of shops next to each other.
Yeah.
We'd call it a retail park.
Yeah.
But it's like a place where loads of shops are different to each other. Where the Cobra Kai dojo is, it's like a place where loads of shops are next to each other. And I'm going to choose the second episode that he was in. Season 2, Episode 4, The Moment of Truth from 2019.
Strip malls.
A strip mall, thank you. A strip mall. He's the owner of that.
Yep.
And he's got his 2 big guys. He's always with these 2. He plays like this Romanian or Armenian kind of guy. And he's always got these 2... He's always got these 2 big brutes with him. They're like his enforcers. And he's like, you go to pay the rent. You don't pay the rent, I kick you out. That kind of thing. And it's so fun. But I'm going to choose Season 2, Episode 4, The Moment of Truth, which is a great little episode. It's got, obviously, Ralph Macchio, Winnie Zabka as Danny LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence. It's the introduction of one of my favourite characters, Peyton List, as Tori Nichols. Peyton List, you might remember from a lot of Disney Channel stuff. Mm-hmm. Peyton List's Tori makes her debut in this episode, so I'm going to choose it for that reason, and also for the reason that Ken Davitan is in it as Oman Zakarian.
Okay. There we go.
And I'm going to give this...
Go on.
9. I think it's a great episode.
Strong.
I really like Cobra Kai as well. It's got in its new season 5. It's coming out pretty soon for Netflix. So, have you seen Cobra Kai before?
I saw it until Netflix got it, pretty much.
Oh, when it was on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Did
you like it?
I might have seen... What season was on Netflix? Was it season 3?
I think, yeah. It got up to season 3, I think. Season 1 and 2 were on YouTube.
I think I watched season 3 as well.
Season 3 and 4. You've never told me you've watched Cobra Kai before.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been on in the background.
Oh yeah.
I've never literally sat down and like just watched it.
Yeah.
But it's been on while I've been doing stuff.
Mm.
So I've caught most of it.
Okay.
It's a fun watch.
Yeah, sure. And all the characters are great. I think it's a really good continuation of the Cobra Kai mythos. The Karate Kid mythos.
That's a Karate Kid.
I'm gonna give it 9. 9
Can't wait for Jackie Chan to appear.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the last season. So that's The Moment of Truth.
Yep.
Season 2, Episode 4 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Formerly on YouTube, but on Netflix now. I'll give you... Would you like the synopsis?
Go on.
Daniel struggles to teach a new student. Meanwhile, Cobra Kai students wage war on the Miyagi Dojo.
Nice.
Fantastic.
There we go.
Fantastic. Hua! Hua! That's my karate noise.
Nice.
Or maybe if I'm Borat, high five! Thank you very much for watching. While we walk, come on, you got to bust out the Borat voice, Corey. Come on, give me a quote before we go.
What have we got? Guess you can say this episode's been a great success.
Oh, amazing.
Naughty. Not done that one yet.
Naughty.
That's not come out yet.
No, it's not. But this episode definitely was a great success. Thank you for watch. Watch more. Goodbye from Murray. Goodbye from Corey.